Hello, beach friends. I've been uploading seashell videos to YouTube for over 5 years now, and I am happy to report I get the same thrill finding these seashells as I did years ago when I was just learning about them. Well, turns out I really enjoy physically and metaphorically looking for things that inspire me and pull me to learn more about the world around me. Today I was pulled to the east coast of Florida where this beautiful road was dappled by sunshine, and then I was greeted with flowers at the parking lot at the beach. And then it occurred to me that I better enjoy the little things, for one day I may look back and realize they were the big things. Thanks, Robert. So I'm back here at Hobe Sound. This is the third time I've been here in like 3 months. And so at the very end of the video, I'm going to kind of compare what time of year I came, what I found. And so at this point, I don't know. I'm here again, like I said, for the third time. The other two times were pretty dang fun. So I'm back to give it one more whirl to see what all I'm going to find here. So I'm here at Hobe Sound. This is early-ish June. And I do notice that it's different even than the other times that I've come. Now look at this erosion. We call it escarpment, or this is a scarp, where the beach just kind of drops off right there from the surf kind of coming up. It's the way that the surf and the wind kind of combine. So sometimes the beach will just kind of have that drop off. So I see that there's not all that much down by the water. So I'm going to kind of track this upper rack line. Oh, across Hatch Lucene, except it's broken. That's okay. Maybe this little one is not. Let's see. And I did need to pause it because I flashed it so quick. Yep, I see the pattern. That is also across Hatch Lucene. And so I'm really hoping that I'm going to have the success that I've had at the other times that I had come here, because I had so much fun. And as it turns out, I will find a brand new to me seashell. And I hope you don't mind to give you a little spoiler. There may be a Scotch bonnet or two. So if you're ready to see what all Hobe Sound is going to give us today, let's go to the beach. Now, I think the desirability just kind of changes depending on how often you find the shell. This is a lion's paw, and this is very desirable. It's only half a shell, so I'm going to leave that there, keep my fingers crossed, and hope that maybe I'll find something a little bit more intact. Look at that Mexican Tellin. Isn't that cool? Just kind of tapers down at the end. It's got that weird little wrinkle and then those little ruffles in the shell. Really swell specimen. That is a giant bittersweet, and frankly, that is so beautiful. It's in great condition, nice color on it. Oh, that's lovely. So that is a giant bittersweet. Okay, so far so good. At least there's something here. I really panic when there's nothing here. At least there's something. We can work with this. Okay, it's another Mexican Tellin. Fun fact, I thought those were speckled talons for quite a while until someone pointed out that nope. Gotta be careful. The speckled talons and those Mexican talons do look rather similar. Now this is a scaly scallop. Look how flat they are. So it's not a flat scallop. I mean, yes, technically it's a flat scallop, but it's a scaly scallop, not one that we call a flat. So it is absolutely beautiful. I did come right now. It's pretty much low tide, and I'm still trying to figure out if it even matters. I don't get over to the East Coast as often as I would like, and I'm still trying to figure it out, at least for me. I kind of learn hard. I need to kind of do it myself. So the spectral bittersweets are here. They're extremely common on the East Coast. I do love seeing them, but I'm probably not going to mention them too many times. Just know they are here. I am picking them up. If I see one that's like really awesome, I'll show you. But otherwise, I'm just busy in the background collecting those spectral bittersweets, while I'm really hoping for a lion's paw or Scotch bonnet. Honestly, all right, so here is a Lady in Waiting Venus clam. They're very pretty over here. I'm still trying to manifest another bubble. I had found one of the 3 times I've come here recently, and I was just absolutely blown away. So I'm trying so hard to find another. Now, this is a feather that you are not allowed to remove from the beach. That's right. The Migratory Bird Treaty Act of 1918 makes it illegal to possess, collect, sell, or transport the feathers, eggs, nests, or body parts of over 1,000 protected bird species without a permit. And it does include birds like gulls, pelicans, herons, terns. So my advice is if you see a feather, take a picture, take some video, and just leave it. A coffee bean trivia. Oh, they're so cool. I love the little teeth. I have yet to find myself a cowrie. So it's like a false cowrie. It's not really, but lovely little coffee bean trivia. And a little yellow rough scallop. Oh, man. Oh, I really like it because it's yellow. I think I can like file it down. I'm going to keep it. Don't care. Rough scallop. It's cute. Now this is some sort of jewel box. It's too bad it's obviously been here and hugged by the beach a little bit because it's just kind of worn down, kind of smoothed down, but oh, they can be leafy and gorgeous. I'm going to keep it anyway. I don't get to find them, so I'm going to hold on to that. Now, I really have no clue what this is. It's worn down. It's been here a while. Maybe some sort of drill. Maybe. I don't know. It does not look familiar to me. So if anybody has any clue what this little mystery shell is, by all means, let me know in the comment below. Okay, another Mexican talon. They're so pretty. They're swell. Little flecks of like pink on there. What do we got here? Oh, a very light shell. That's what we have. It was a little windy. So I think, oh man, I'm thinking simile or paper cockle. I don't know. Some of these shells, I'm just not as familiar with them. I'll get better. I'm going to keep coming over here. Oh, a little giant bittersweet. That's a little bit easier to identify. And a tiny, yep, that's a little Mexican talon. Terrific. 2 little fun shells. Oh, guess what? Oh, okay. I know you might be thinking, what's the big deal? It's another Mexican talon, but it's not a Mexican talon. I know it kind of looks like one, but this is my first speckled talon. So let's look at that compared to a Mexican talon. So the Mexican talon's on top and the speckled talon's on the bottom. Oh, that's my first speckled talon. Woohoo! So I can see why I was getting them mixed up. They're similar, but obviously the Mexican talon is a lot more elongated. It's a little bit longer and it's got those ruffles on it. Very cool. My first speckled talon. All right. So this is a calico scallop. It's little. It's got that darling little orange splashes on there. And this is it. Yeah, this is great. Lots of grit. At least there's something. Let's see what the tide is pushing in. A little more grit. What is this? Now, is that a frond or just like a really big, hearty frond oyster? It's some sort of oyster. I don't even know. It's kind of weird and wavy, and so I figured I better hold on to that because you just never know. All right, so there's a little bit of grit getting pushed up. What's that? Yellow, another little jewel box? Yeah. Some sort of, I don't think it's the same kind as that first one. Or heck, maybe it is. Again, not great, especially if they're going to be worn down a little bit. It's really hard to ID the shells sometimes when they just don't have all their bits and pieces. So as far as competition, I am not exactly fighting anybody off for these shells. Can you believe this? Now, one of the reasons I really like this particular beach is there's one entrance and then you have to walk, and that's it. So if you want to go 2 miles into the park, you're going to have to walk 2 miles into the park. And that's the kind of beaches that I really like, frankly. Scotch bonnet piece. Yep, that is a piece, a little breadcrumb. Okay. So I'm hoping, all right, where there's pieces, there could be entire shells. So, all right, just keep moseying along. All right, so I'm still kind of on dry area or, at the top of the rack line. I think that's the top of a ton, whether that be, I've never found a ton, whether that's a partridge ton or one of those other little tons, but I think that's what that is. But maybe with diving, I'll be able to see different things, just things that I wouldn't ordinarily get to see up on the beach. But for now, we're still scouring. Oh, a false limpet. You little trickster, you. That is actually closer related to land snails, because that snail has lungs and not gills, even though it looks like a limpet. Hence its name, false limpet. Cute little thing. Now look at this scallop. Sometimes their colors are just so awesome. So for me, this looks like one of those like Rorschach ink blot things, or at least that's what it reminded me of. And I see all good things. I see possibility. Pink, that means it must be a large Stragilla. Fun. The little Tellin, or the rose petal Tellin of the East Coast. All right, there's a prickly cockle. That is a yellow prickly cockle. Not that yellow on the inside, and that happens sometimes. Yeah, I'm a sucker for anything that's kind of pointy or richly colored. That one is just kind of like an average yellow prickly cockle. Oh, man. And this actually feels pretty hardy. That is a piece of a baby's ear. I mean, whoa. So it would have been big. It had some oomph to it, too. That kind of reminds me of the angel wings. They're very delicate when they're small. And then they just kind of get a little more oomph. Or is it that, man, if you're going to be on this coast, you better get some oomph to you, because you got rocks and crashing ocean. Oh, man. So it's broken too. That's immaculated baby's ear. I found one that was a little bit more intact on one of my other trips. Maybe somebody else needs to add a starter shell to theirs. So any of those holes, those are going to be from little crabs. All right. Let's go look. And so it was kind of sporadic. There'd be like a smattering, ooh, and then there'd be nothing, and then a smattering. And then as I get closer, it's only half of a lion's paw. Oh, that would have been great. Oh, well. So another piece of a lion's paw. Again, probably not that easy to find, although there's some people that seem to be pretty dang good at finding them. Okay, spectral bittersweet while I'm here. Yeah, that's a nice one. Oh, another piece, just kind of teasing me. All right, I know they're here. A lightning pitar. I was also, frankly, hoping to find a couple of these too. They're just new to me, so I just think they're kind of neat. Yep, a lightning pitar. There we go. Wow, that almost got ran over. Or did it get run over? I don't know, but hello, Scotch bonnet. I was looking for you. Oh, you're just so pretty. I don't know what it is about those big globe-looking shells. Awesome. All right, so we kind of broke the seal on getting the Scotch bonnets. That is an egg cockle. Lovely, shiny. That looks exactly like one I would find on my coast. Lovely egg cockle. Oh, this place is beautiful. The watercolor. Ooh, this is like a lot of shells. So that's what it is. There's just be like a patch and then nothing, a patch and then nothing. Oh, hi. So I guess I have finally reached the Scotch bonnet portion of the beach. Is that how it works? Like people do come, but they don't walk that far. I just don't know. But there, guess what? Yeah, there was two of them. I spied two in the same stoop, practically. Well, in the same area. Oh, man. Well, of course I have to go wash them off. I mean, they got a little bit of that black. The sand is so dark over here. Yep, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Whew. All right, so I do panic if I'm going to get up early and drive across the state. Again, I don't have expectations. I try to just be real calm about it. But I got news for you. I'm pretty darn happy when those Scotch bonnets and lion's paws and those other cool shells show up. All right, I'm going to keep at it. See what else is here. Oh, I think this is a giant coquina. Yep, that's what I believe that is. I don't have one in really good condition, so I just kind of hold on to the ones that I've managed to find so far. So we're looking at a giant coquina. Another one of the lady-in-waiting Venus clams. This just happens to have kind of cool markings on it. Oh, and that little splash of purple. That's where it gets its Latin name from. Yeah, I just think they're pretty with that like delicate like swoop to it. Lady-in-waiting Venus clam. Now I know this ain't much to look at, but I'm looking for a really good specimen of this incongruous arc. So there's a whole bunch of them. For whatever reason, I happen to like the cut-ribbed arc and the incongruous arc. Just, I would like to find a good specimen of that. So I'm still on the hunt. Oh, I'm coming. I heard you. Oh, you're only a piece. That's okay. All right. Well, all right. That means they're going to start getting washed up. Okay, so that's going to create a little bit of a challenge for me. So I'm going to keep my eye on what's pushed up by the surf while also kind of keeping my eye on the upper rack line, because that's what's really been the most productive area for me. And I think that's also a piece of a ton. At least I think so. Just kind of neat. Neat to just hold the pieces. So, okay. Now I got a spring in my step. Oh. Hi. Hi, Scotch Bonnet. Ooh, you have checkers on you. Oh, you're pretty. Oh, and you have an extra varix, too. Or varix, with the plural being varices. So, yeah, that's a neat little cool. So sometimes the shells will just do that. They'll just kind of make their lip and then they'll stop. So I'm just going to compare one that I just found and show you. So that doesn't have that extra little lip on it. And this one does. And according to Dr. Jose Leal, that's just the way it happens with some of those shells in that family. An Imperial Venus clam. I don't know. I cannot explain to you why this little piece of calcium carbonate makes me so happy. I just can't. But man, that little wedding cake shell or a Pawleys Island shell, I just think you're great. Thanks for showing up. That's awesome. Okay, we got a chunk here. And yeah, methinks we're looking at a lightning whelk. The way that it spirals, lightning whelks are one of like the only whelks that have the aperture on the left. So we're looking at a big old chunk of lightning whelk. That would have been a big old lightning whelk. And it would have been a female, because the females are the ones that get really big. All right, another piece of Scotch Bonnet. Okay, that's good. A little breadcrumb. We knew we were in the right spot anyway. A slipper snail. Oh, that I did think it tricked me. I did think it was immaculated baby's ear, the way that color. And actually, the slipper snails trip me up for all sorts of things. I heard you yelling. Here I come. Oh, you have checkers too. Oh, yeah. I gotta rinse out the sand. Look how pretty you are. Let's see. And I did kick. I don't know if I marked the beach, so I know exactly where to go back. I don't want to miss even 5 feet. You know how many shells I could miss in 5 feet? All right, let's rinse this off. You are gorgeous. Look at the checkers. So a lot of them don't always have those checkers, or at least the ones that I've been finding. Oh, what a great specimen. That's awesome. I truly would have been happy with just one, but to get multiples is fantastic. All right, I'm right back where I left the beach. So I know exactly where to start combing again. Because you never know, on a beach like this, man, you miss a couple feet, you can miss a couple of great shells. Oh, look at the darling little sand dollar. Oh, a 5-hole keyhole sand dollar. It does have a couple little like cracks in it, but it's so tiny and cute. I'm going to keep it anyway. Snail. Oh boy. Okay, well, it's like half of a shark eye moon snail. Yeah, it's kind of missing a little bit of its bottom there. But good to know they're here. Oh man, the Scotch bonnets. They are hanging out by these tire tracks. Oh, there's so many checkers. All right, any other ones here? This looks like it just got washed up. All right, now I'm really going to have to be careful. All right, any others? Just making sure. All right, we'll grab that garbage. You are so pretty. Oh, and you have an extra one of those little varix things. That lip, you've got 2 of them. Oh, that is cool. Oh, that's awesome. Plus the checkers. I think that might be my favorite one of the day so far. Oh, awesome. So another really, really beautiful Scotch bonnet. Yep, nobody here but me and the seashells. A couple of birds, the fishes out there. Not this does not look like a great day for diving. I don't think I'd want to be out there kind of battling those waves. And so nice to have the option. So look for shells on the west coast of Florida, the east coast of Florida, underneath the water, wherever they may be, I'm going to try to find them. And this is just so lovely. I think I should be quiet for a few and allow you to have some beach time. Yeah, there was kind of a lot of garbage, so I was busy picking up garbage, which is fine. It goes right in the shell bag. Oh, another lion paw. Oh, man. So I haven't really found a good one yet today. That's like what? Like 85% of a lion's paw? And this Mexican talon, just with it was had those stronger like red marks on it, so I just thought it was really pretty. And the ruffles on the side, very pretty seashell. Okay, fun fact with our pelicans, I know they may look like there's a bunch of different kinds of pelicans, but we only have brown pelicans here, except in the winter when we're also visited by the white pelicans. So that's a little flat. This is a flat. So we call these flats either a zigzag or round ribbed. Impossible to say. I just know from the colors it is one of the two. A little flat seashell. So fun little finds here today. Oh yeah, I got to keep my eye on that rack line down there too. So now I'm zigging and zagging. A little turkey wing. Or a zigzag arc. Not broken, just a little bit. They're a little bit goofy shaped, so I kind of double check by looking at the underside to see if it's actually broken or not. Oh, here's another one of those little yellow rough scallops. Oh, that one's terrific. I love the yellow, again, because it's unusual. And I suppose that's what we're all drawn to, just the unusual, the less common things. So little rough scallop. So at this point, the tide is starting to come in. So we're at 0.05. I don't know that it matters if it's like a really low tide or a negative tide. But at this point, I've walked, I've got my shells. I am going to turn around. It's going to be a little easier for me because I've already shelled all of the upper rack line, so I can kind of stick down here. Not necessarily in the water. I guess that just really isn't a thing over here. Like I keep trying it and it, it never works out. So I should probably just give up and just understand, yeah, shelling in the water just isn't that productive over here. Another one of those a broken, maculated baby's ears. Aww, very pretty. I'm bummed it's broken. Maybe somebody else can find that. Yeah, we'll leave that for someone else. All right, and again, I already shelled up there, so I'm going to kind of concentrate on what might get pushed in by the incoming tide. Whoop, a little slippery calico scallop. Looks almost like that one I picked up earlier with those little orange bursts on it. Lovely. So I think my return trip back to the entrance might be a little quicker because if I'm relying only on what's getting kind of pushed up here, it's not as much as what was left in the upper rack line. Again, I'm learning, I'm figuring this stuff out. All right, garbage. Yep, I'll throw that into the shell bag. We'll weigh that at the end. Always happy to get that stuff off the beach. And, you know, I'll go ahead and take that off too. That's a giant bittersweet. And yeah, I'm practically back at the entrance. So again, with I guess the theory is I was shelling the upper rack lines on the way out, along with, you know, trying to check what was getting washed in. And then on the way back, I was only concentrating on what was getting washed in and it was a pretty quick trip. So when you're creeping along, it can take some time, but what a fun day. No thunder today. I can safely just get off the beach and make the 3-hour drive home. Now, this is not from today. That's from Lover's Key, but I am going to add that into the total. That is from today. So the 10.85 ounces was from a guided beach walk. I was still picking up garbage. The 4.35 ounces was from today. So that means my new total, I've removed a little over 78 pounds of garbage from our beaches. I also removed a couple of giant bittersweets. There was a mystery little tan clam in there. Some spectral bittersweets, the egg cockle, the lady in waiting Venus clams, the giant coquina, the yellow prickly cockle, cross-barred Venus clams. I think that's a little magnum prickly cockle along with the lightning pitar. And then that, let's see, the mystery shell. We have little tiny calico scallops, which was fun. That one arc. We have some rough scallops, scaly scallops, the jewel boxes, the false limpet, that mystery shell, the sand dollar turkey wings, jingles, the large strigilla, the Mexican talons. Those were super fun. And yeah, for me today, it was all about the Scotch bonnets. That was really fun. And then that Rorschach calico scallop, the speckled talon, the imperial Venus clam, coffee bean trivia, that lion's paw, and then that little flat. So that was really fun. And just quickly, because I've been here 3 times kind of recently, this is what I found at the end of March. That's looking pretty promising. There was those 3 Scotch bonnets, that big bubble. I keep trying to find a new bubble. And then this is what I got at the end of May. So there's actually more things to find. I don't know. And then what we got today was still pretty fun. Patreons, thank you so very much for choosing to monetarily support me. I could not do this without you. I've been giving you some special content. My Patreons got their own dive video that I did not share here on YouTube. So if you want a little bit of the behind the scenes, maybe a little bit of extra content, maybe consider supporting me over on Patreon. Now, next week's video, I almost had to bail. I almost said I can't just go. Lightning, thunder, but I ended up getting out there anyway. And I'm going to tell you what I chose to do and how to stay safe, just in case you really want to go out and enjoy that low tide. But the weather's going to be a little crazy. So until then, I hope you have yourself a fabulous week, and I'll see you again next Sunday.